Hey everyone, I'm Jordan White from FOX56 Sports and welcome to a special presentation of men's college soccer here on MyTV WQMY. Tonight, it's a Colonial States Athletic Conference matchup as Summit University takes on Keystone College. The Giants are tied for second in CSAC scoring so far this season. Keystone notched a 10-7 season last year, which was the fifth most improved record in all of Division III. The Giants have qualified for the CSAC playoffs 3 out of the last 5 years. That's going to do it for our pre-show. I'll see you at halftime for a look at previews of this week's high school football on MyTV. Let's get you out to the game with Bob, Mike, and Aaron.
Fox 56 Sports presents the rivalry of the week on MyTV WQMY.
We are on the campus of Keystone College tonight, awaiting the men's soccer showdown between Keystone and Summit University in a Colonial States Athletic Conference showdown. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob I, joined tonight by Aaron Dugan from the Fox 56 Sports Show, and in the booth with me, my partner, former Wilkes University standout, Mike Bridie. And Mike, let's take a look at the CSAC standings midway through the season. And if the playoffs were to start today, Keystone in good position with a number 4 seed. So, Mike, they're playing good soccer right now, and they have a great attacker in Eddie Anabi.
Yeah, Eddie has been a phenomenal player since he stepped foot on campus. He scored 14 goals last year, first team all-conference. This year he's right on pace, 5 goals, 4 assists. This offense definitely runs through Eddie up top.
They're also playing very good defense, giving up only 1.25 goals against, and they have a standout in Brandon Favero.
Yeah, talking to the coaches, Brandon has really stepped up this year. Sophomore, feeling confident, more of a vocal leader this year, really communicating with some of the other defenders, and is a very attack-oriented player when it comes to some set pieces, so somebody to keep an eye on for the game.
The last time Keystone and Summit met, they went to overtime. What can we expect tonight? We'll find out. The starting lineups and the opening kick are on the way.
Fox 56 Sports presentation of the rivalry of the week on MyTV WQMY.
Founded in 1868, Keystone College is in the northern part of Lackawanna County. Beautiful campus, including the Harris Hall Bell Memorial in memory of Sam Lilly, and then the eco-friendly rain garden is on campus. Welcome everyone back to the beautiful turf field on the campus of Keystone College. We await tonight's CSAC men's action on the pitch. Bob Hyde, Mike Bridie, Aaron Dugan. We're back awaiting tonight's contest between two very teams that are extremely familiar with one another. Time now to take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the Giants, we talked about Anabi, but then you see Heater, Nunez, Rodriguez, and Mendez, a very good front line. Watch out for Menendez, and there he had a goal against Rosemont. The defense looks like this. It will be Vance, Buckholz, Freeman, Guy, and Favero. One of the top defenses in all the CSAC. In goal tonight for Keystone, Adam Zabicek out of Michigan. He's 4th in the CSAC in goals against, and one of the top save net keepers in all of Division III college soccer. On the opposite side, Summit looks like this. They'll start a forward and a bunch of midfielders: Trout, Filco, Self, Rosario, Schneider, and Pinsins. Pinsins has 12 goals, 12 points on the year, including 36 shots on goal. Defense, Lockwood, Rainier, Benner, and Muller. And in goal tonight, 0-0. Ben Campbell gets the start out of Gainesville, New York. 2.86 goals against average. And has a bunch of saves, 45 saves on the year. The head coach for Keystone College is Joe Schneck in his 3rd season, and he's standing by now with our own Aaron Dugan.
Well, Coach, your team's been playing very well. What would you like to see from them tonight?
We're looking for a complete performance, a performance where we can dictate the terms of the game and put our stamp on the game early and do enough to get 3 points.
How would you characterize this team? What's the style? What's the tempo?
I mean, we like to play a fast attacking style. We need to move the ball fast in order to create chances and go to goal. That's what we like to do.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
Well, Mike, he's doing a remarkable job here. He's really built up a great program. 10 wins a year ago. That's been the best here at the program here for Keystone. This year, a bunch of sophomores who are playing very good soccer.
Yeah, talking to the coaching staff, this is kind of their time to get in here. The players that they brought in, they went out and recruited. So now they're trying to really build something here at Keystone. Obviously, they have some potential up top with Eddie scoring some goals. They have a really young defense that learned a lot last year from getting a lot of playing time early on. So they're hoping this year, as the season goes on, they grow and they play much more than their sophomore level.
So both the defenders and the Giants play very well, and they're your officials for tonight here. Tarasla Rell, Eric Smith, and Michael Guzetta will be your referees here for tonight's CSAC College action. And John, Mike, don't be deceived, of course, by the record of Summit, because they're playing good soccer, and anytime these two local teams get together, it usually goes to overtime, as we've seen.
Yeah, a lot of their previous matchups have either been decided at the very end of the game, going into overtime, wins in overtime, or going the complete double overtime without either team scoring a goal with a tie. So these guys know each other very well. They play each other year in, year out. So it should be a good contest tonight from two familiar foes.
Yes, Summit, as you can see, has won the coin flip. They will start this one with a kick, and we are ready for Colonial State's Athletic Conference Soccer here on the campus of Keystone College. And Mike, both teams playing a very similar set, which is what?
Yeah, both teams are coming out in what is a 4-5-1 to start out. 4 defenders, 5 in the midfield in some combination, and 1 point striker. Well, the goal of this setup is to be able to find the feet of the target striker, either for him to be able to turn the ball, go at goal, or hold the ball up so he then can play the ball into runners either outside or overlapping him in the middle.
There's number 11, Harris Zabovic out of Pleasant Valley, who will take this free kick. An early break for Keystone.
Yeah, an early bounce. Oh, they're going quick to the near post. Looked like there was a little bit of a trip in the box right off the bat.
That was a Nabi 24 who was trying to cut in there.
Sometimes officials are a little resistant to calling those type of fouls early in a game, but it did look like there was some major contact in the box early on.
45-minute halves in college soccer. They get it into the square, and that was Zabovic, and there is Ben Campbell, the goalie for Summit, with the free kick.
Yeah, Keystone's been dangerous now on two straight attacks, so both looking down that left side.
Keystone is third in the CSAC in shots on goal, 6.78. And they're second in the CSAC in goals per game at 1.78. So playing very good soccer here at Keystone.
Yeah, very good defensive team in Keystone. They do get forward. They do get plenty of shots. Sometimes you get a lot of opportunities. Here's Eddie in early.
Nabi inside the square, but a nice stop by Campbell. And right now, early on, this game being controlled by the offense of the Giants.
Yeah, Keystone's definitely pushing the ball forward. You can see they have a lot of attacking prowess. When they get the ball, they look to get pretty direct. They have played the ball side to side. They're playing it through their back right now. But when they see an opening going forward, they hit that penetrating ball and they look to go. They look to get numbers forward.
On the opposite side, Wesley Pinsence, number 17, is the center attack, and the ball will go through him a lot for the defenders.
Yeah, his coach had a lot of nice things to say to him, about him early on. A junior, has been in this position, has played a lot of college soccer. Somebody they definitely look forward to generate an attack for Summit.
Back inside the box, some pushing and shoving. Nope. Foul called. And here's one of the keys to the game for Keystone, Mike. Play fast with good movement off the ball.
Yeah, I mean, any coach wants their players to move. Somebody who stands still out in a soccer field is easily marked, and you don't want that in this game. The ball moves, you want ball movement, but you want player movement as well. And when those two can match up, you can get dangerous, and you can get yourselves into some really good attacking opportunities.
61 shots on goal this year for the Giants is at 43% that have been made. They average about 15.8 shots per game, 14 assists on the year, and they have 61 corner kicks.
Keystone is playing a very nice possession game right now. They've switched the ball back and forth through their backs, through their midfield. But when they see an opportunity to get forward, just like this, they do look to play direct. As the game goes forward, I think you'll start to see them trying to play the ball a little bit more on the ground and playing that attacking, penetrating ball to Eddie up top, where he can facilitate with people running off of him.
So back to Summit for another kick for the goalie.
Yeah, right now Summit looks like they're comfortable taking on a little bit of pressure. They've been in good defensive position so far, not letting the ball get over the top of them, and marking up rather closely to all the attacking players.
There's Alec Buckholz out of Crestwood, number 13, with the throw in into the box again. And another shot. This by Savavic, the junior. Pretty soon, you put that much pressure into the box, you're going to get one in.
Sooner or later, you're gonna get a point blank opportunity. If you keep putting the ball in the box, something's gonna happen eventually.
Bad clearing kick from the goalie, gave it right back to Keystone.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot just from some of the Keystone players saying, don't go so fast, slow it down. And it seems they're building up the ball into the midfield, and then they're looking to go as direct as possible. You're going to see, I think as this game goes on, they're going to try to slow this game down.
And again, Zabavic comes back out. Summit now on the transition, and unable to control it was number 6, Jason Mueller.
And that's one thing you have to be very, very conscious of. If you're Keystone, you're getting very comfortable. You're getting a lot of balls played into the box. You're getting a lot of attacking prowess. You got to watch on the counterattack, especially on set pieces like that. A bad service, and all of a sudden now you have numbers that are coming the opposite way.
There is Anabi in the middle. And offside's called on Keystone. There are the cheerleaders well represented. Nice crowd here on campus tonight. Beautiful fall evening up in La Plume. So Summit with the kick down. Good control over there by Ian Self, the sophomore. Sends it back into the box. No foul call as Zabicek clears it out. So nice attempt there from Summit early on.
Yeah, good positioning by the defender. Shielded, used his body well, keeping himself between the ball and the attacking player. Was able to allow his goalie to come off his line and come out and get the ball. You're starting to see the game open up a little bit. Summit's looking to exploit some opportunities now that they've gotten. So you're hoping that this game can develop some type of flow, especially if they can play it through the midfield and have some quality attacking opportunities.
Take at the here's the last chance from Summit, Mike.
Yeah, it's a great heel pass on the outside. Great ball in, and again, you'll see defender maybe extends his arm a little bit, but nothing that the refs is going to call there at that point. So really nice defensive positioning by the defender.
Number 8 was James Filko. He was trying to get it into Pinsence, the junior out of New Hampshire, who is the leading goal scorer for the defenders. Summit with the ball. They have 46 shots made 46 of 115 shots on goal this year. They're shooting at 40%. But the defense, they give up 17 shots per game. So they are definitely vulnerable on that end. 2.67 goals against for the defenders. But right now, Ben Campbell's playing very well in the net.
He's doing a very good job. Anytime you see a goalie go into ground, you want your defenders running to the ball just in case he might bobble that. So that
coming up, almost 9.5 minutes gone here in the first half in La Plume. Keystone shooting very well at the goal and getting a bunch of chances in the box.
Keystone's doing a very good job. Anytime they do turn the ball over, they're really pressuring the ball on the defensive end, especially in the midfield, looking to cause an errant pass on Summit's part. Yeah, Keystone definitely wants to be sharp in transition. Just like I mentioned before, defensively, you don't want to get caught out in transition, but when they do force that turnover, like I just said, they want to be able to.
Goalie out.
A little bit of miscommunication there between goalie and his center back. But again, you're seeing them go forward in transition quite a bit. Yeah, just a long driven ball, kind of an in between hop. Defender didn't exactly know what to do. That's where communication, especially from the goalie, comes in very handy because he sees everything in front of him when the defender's running with his back to the ball.
Well, Pinsence with a lot of experience, and he's one of the bigger players on Summit. 6'2", well, about 200 pounds. He's a junior. You can see that size really was that advantage right there. He almost put it in.
Yeah, he's definitely probably the most dangerous player that Summit has out in the field. He can win the balls in the air as well as he can play the ball very, very, very fast with his feet.
So, shots on goal even right now at 1. As our shots overall tied up at 1. But definitely the pace is more towards the Giants.
Yeah, they've definitely had a lot more of the possession. Again, trying to force Summit into turnovers like they just forced right there. And usually it takes about 10-15 minutes for the game to settle in. Everybody starts to feel a little more comfortable, especially if no goals being scored. You're going to start to see each team settle into what they do best. Here's a great run from the back. Oh, right across the goal.
Sending it in was Javon Guy out of New York, number 2 for Keystone. He had a chance in the box. He was looking across, looking for someone cutting in.
Yeah, I don't know how that ball scooted across the face of the goal. I mean, that's where you want to make sure if you're Keystone, you're giving every effort to get forward and just get a toe on it. I mean, the goalie was at the near post and the ball was going towards the far post. So
Nobby sends it in, trying to look for a matchup.
You're seeing Summit do a really good job at defending at the top of their box. They're not letting any real penetrating balls go through. Everything that's been dangerous has been on the outside, coming either from a cross or a driven ball.
Goes out, and it will go over to the team in blue. So Summit defense playing very well, collapsing, not giving up any goals yet, even though the play has been dictated from the Giants of Keystone.
And you hear from the Keystone bench, they want to pressure this team. They want to force turnovers against Summit. They don't want them to feel comfortable. They want them to become what we used to call a ball watcher. Make them look at the ball. If they're looking at the ball, they can't see what's open to anybody on their team for a pass.
Summit coach Kyle Keltner in his first season, coming in at former assistant at Cairn University and did play some college ball at Lancaster Bible College. Still getting his program set. Just 2 wins so far on the year for the defenders, but don't let the record deceive you. Play good soccer at Summit. That is the former Baptist Bible College for people who are wondering who Summit University is. So this one's sent out, and this will be a throw-in for Summit. Good chance right here for the defenders. This is Grant Benner out of New Holland, PA, who will do the throw-in.
Yeah, and every time Summit's had a chance to get forward, it's been in transition. So it's definitely something that Keystone wants to make sure that they're aware of, that they're not pushing too many people forward and feeling too comfortable defensively.
And a whistle, and goes over back to the Giants.
Yeah, both teams there's been 3 offsides calls already. Both teams are doing a very good job. When the ball does get cleared from the defensive half, they're stepping up at least to the top of the box, and twice against Keystone, called for offsides, once now against Summit.
So as Summit sends it back, we'll send it down now to Aaron, who has a special guest. Aaron?
Well, Bob, joining us now is our first special guest of the night from Keystone College. This is Nicole Wentz, and she's the women's volleyball coach. Off to such a great start this season. How are things going?
Things are going really, really well. We're currently 11-3 and undefeated in our conference at 4-0, and it's been a great start. I'm very lucky to have a great staff back, and it's gone really well. My upperclassmen leadership have done a really great job this year of establishing the culture, and my freshmen are a talented bunch that have really stepped up. So we're really pleased with how we've started so far.
Awesome, and I know you have some local girls on the team, but you have some girls from out of town as well, Hawaii, Virginia. What's bringing them here?
I think across the nation there aren't a lot of schools that fit Keystone's model. We offer quite a bit in terms of being a small, really close-knit community in a really safe environment that also has tremendous school spirit. So once I get those students on campus, we have tremendous success because you can just feel the hominess of the campus almost immediately.
And I know not even just with volleyball, but all teams are concerned about what's going on in the classrooms as well. That's a big part of it.
Absolutely. We really strive to have strong academics on our program. We create a lot of, I always tell them that they're students first, and we make sure that classes and academics are a top priority. We do study hall as well as we do things to get involved in the community. We volunteered at local animal shelters in the past. We do an annual Dig Pink volleyball game in which we give money to the breast cancer foundations, and we try to make an impact on the youth in our community too, using volleyball as a tool.
Well, great. Keep up the great work. Have a good rest of the season. This is your son Jackson, right? Want to say hi?
Hi.
Big soccer fan, right?
Uh-huh.
Who's going to win the game tonight?
Keystone.
All right, you heard it here from Jackson, Keystone. Let's go back to you guys.
Well, if he said Summit, I'd be very surprised, Mike.
Yeah, there might be a problem in that household tonight.
So an opportunity on the back end by the Giants. Now Summit near the box. Good clear from Keystone, but Summit getting their chances.
And again, it's Pinson's at the top of the box. All the activity that's gone on positive for Summit has been through him.
Shot on goal, and easily taken by Adam Zibicek, the goalie for Keystone.
And as a coach, as a player, I'm perfectly fine. Test the goalie, make him catch a ball, even if it's not a hard save. Make him make a save early on. If he bobbles one, confidence starts to go down. It can kind of change the outlook of the games.
Another break. Summit in. Self inside. Pinsons Goals! Defenders!
And again, Keystone got caught out in transition. And there's that guy again. Wesley Pinsence with a great left-footed finish into the side netting on the far, shooting across the goal to the far post. It starts with his pass through to Ian Self. Ball just fell to the middle of the box. Keeper kind of stuck in no man's land. It's a great finish just inside the far post.
So Pinsence gets the goal, his 7th on the season for the junior, and he puts the defenders from Summit on top early at 1-0.
And
that goal coming at the, sorry, Mike, that goal coming at the 18th minute.
And you'd have to say that's going against the run of play a little bit. Keystone's had their opportunities, had a few set pieces in the Summit box, but just like that, one of the keys to Keystone's game was controlling the transition. They got beat with one direct pass forward, loose ball in the box, and Summit pounced on it. But
so it all started with Ian Self, a sophomore out of Denver, gives it over to Pinsence.
Yeah, great first touch, taking it into space, forcing the keeper to have to make a decision. I would say it was the right decision on the keeper. Tried to cut the angle. It was just a really great finish to the far post. But if you're Keystone right now, you want to continue to do exactly what you've been doing all game.
Like that, shot on goal out front. And Abi. And also,
yeah, again, that is exactly what you want from Keystone. You want to continue to play what's gotten you the opportunities.
So Campbell again with the kick down. Here, we'll take a look at this one again.
Yeah, got across the middle. It's exactly where you want as a right-footed player. Just missed the upper 90 on the right side.
Offense Kale, a freshman, with the shot, his 5th shot of the season, and that one almost went into the net on the right-hand side.
And you can see a little swagger from him over there on this side, feeling good about that last shot. So confidence is a big thing in soccer. But if you're Summit right now, the next 5 minutes you want to really make sure that you take care of the ball. Everybody's organized, getting behind the ball when they're on defense. Looking to get that second goal with Keystone might be looking to push forward, but right now you really want to make sure you protect your goal. Your defense holds this 1-0 lead and develop their type of game into the second part of the first half.
Abraham Kittle, sophomore number 5, in for Keystone. From New York, threw that last one in. So some substitutions here coming up on the 20-minute mark of the first half here in La Plume. Keystone picking up a big win the other day against Rosemont, 2-1 last Saturday. They'll play at Immaculata coming up this Saturday. Chance on the far right, into the box.
Yeah, Keystone coming in has been in really great form. They've played some of the best soccer they played all year long, getting some good results. So they looked for tonight to continue that role.
But again, anytime you meet a rival, especially one as close as Summit, anything can happen, as we've seen the last 2 years, which have gone to overtime.
Yeah, exactly. Usually games like this, you throw the records out. Mm-hmm. They know each other very well, and you never really know what's going to happen, except you know that you're going to get a good game.
Keystone likes this right side, Mike.
Yeah, they've been really to start the game. Everything was down the left. Now everything seems to be transitioning to this right side. they've been keeping very good width, which has allowed them to get the ball forward on the flanks. So it's definitely something I think you're going to continue to see as the middle of the field has a lot of bodies in it. The outside tends to open up a little bit more.
Kittle, the fighting side, number 5, back over to the left. Summit well represented here tonight by the fan base. A couple guys in the bleachers with their chest painted. Mike, I knew you were going to do that, but I talked you out of it.
Yeah, they said that wasn't too professional.
No, it
so.
wasn't, no. In your college, that's, this is what it's all about. Having fun.
Absolutely.
A fall evening.
Having fun on a beautiful night at a beautiful venue to watch some soccer.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the better venues in northeastern Pennsylvania for college soccer. I mean, seems like every university in our area has now gone to turf, and there are some beautiful soccer facilities and a lot of youth soccer, as you know, Mike.
Yeah, soccer is really starting to grow.
There they are
in this area. As you can see.
They have a spell right?
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Okay, exclamation point. And they know.
Their parents are very, very proud that they're in college right now. They're learning a lot. But yeah, youth soccer is really growing in this area especially. You're starting to see a lot of different youth leagues from the Wilkes-Barre area to the Scranton, especially up in this Clark Summit area. They've developed a lot of really good players that have gone on to play, everything from, some of the local Division III schools to, the Division II, and we've had some really nice players that went on to play Division I at some big-time Big Ten universities.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. Some local players here. We've talked about them. There's Devon Guy. He's from St. Joe's Prep out of New York, number 2. He'll throw it in. We have a couple substitutions now for the Giants, as Coach Joe Schneck rotates through, get some fresh bodies in.
Yeah, when you get into the conference season, it doesn't span that long of a time period, so you tend to have a lot of games in a short amount of time. So especially, good to get some of the younger guys in, especially get them in for, 10, 15 minutes, maybe in the first half when the game isn't on the line, and get them some experience and get some confidence.
Brandon Favero, we talked about him in pregame on the defense, sends it up on that left-hand side.
Yeah, since the goal, Keystone has done a really nice job of shutting down the attack from Summit. They haven't had too much going forward. They've done a really nice job possessing the ball in the defensive half. They just need that final third pass to get into that dangerous area that they've really been lacking.
There's a push, and I think a kick coming up. There's a Nabi.
Yeah,
so an opportunity now for the Giants.
That's what you're looking for. I mean, he is your point forward. He is your striker. He is the guy that you want to create some great chances for your team. It's a really great spot for a free kick, especially for a right-footed player to bend this around the wall. The goalie has to pick one side of which way he's going.
You also have to pick who's going to kick the ball. 3 guys standing there. Over to the left side of the box.
Looking to go short.
Nabi almost hit that right corner. Just out of the reach. Trying to hit Quasi Kuuchi.
Yeah, they fake the shot. They go short. You could see the player on the far post. I'm not sure who exactly it was. Just asking for the ball, more of a driven ball, not so much of a lofted ball. But those are the things you work on in training all the time, because a lot of these games come down to a goal on a set piece that can be the difference between winning or losing a game.
Cahadio, excuse me, I mispronounced number 21, the freshman's name. He's out of Pocono Mountain East High School.
But yeah, it was a really creative really creative set piece. We've seen twice now that they've gone short. If they get another opportunity, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to test the goalie, maybe have a direct shot on goal. But overall, really impressed with both teams, how they've played. You wouldn't guess that they'd have the records that they do with the style and the skill that they've played so far.
Summit playing very well. Just 2-7 coming in.
But they've been in a lot of close games. They've lost some overtime games, a lot of one-goal games that they've lost this year. And as their coach said, they're young. They've brought in a lot of new players, and he's excited for the players that they have coming in for next year.
Again on that right side, Kittle in to the middle. So a throw in now for the Giants.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see Coach Shedneck maybe at halftime talk to these guys about taking their time when they get into that final third, that final attacking half, because every time they've gotten there, it seems like they speed up. They either serve a ball too early, they don't have a good service, and they're not getting enough bodies into the box. So this is a good opportunity here with this long throw to see about getting an opportunity.
Cajadio thrown into the box, and it goes back out, and it will remain Keystone ball.
That's a great ball.
Almost a header on the opposite side, taken from number 17, Offense Kale.
It looks like he jumped maybe just a little too early on that ball. It's a great service across the field. He just mistimed it. But it was a great left-footed bent ball into the far post. Nobody marking him. That's a great defensive play to keep that ball from getting in behind. You can see the speed that Eddie has when they play the ball through to him.
Fans wanted looks like a push from behind.
Yeah, the ref has really let a lot of shoulder to shoulder, leaning in a little bit. That he's letting him play, and that's fine. He's been consistent with it. But that's either the second or third time he's gone down in the box. Here he's right on the edge. Does look like the defender goes through him a little bit, but again, he hasn't called that any place in the box.
So action picking up here in La Plume.
Again, they called for offsides. Defenders all working together, good communication, stepping up as one group to catch Keystone offsides for a third time.
Kittle fighting. Goes over to Keystone now.
You're really starting to see Keystone pour on the offensive attack right now. Summit's doing a very good job of holding off the any potential goal, but like you said earlier in the game, Bob, the more chances you create, the greater likelihood of scoring a goal here.
So far, Keystone has outshot Summit 5-3, but shots on goal are owned so far by Summit 3-2.
Yeah, Keystone just they have to get that final finishing touch. They've had plenty of opportunities. They've come close on a few different shots. The ball's come right across the mouth of the goal. It's just they got to get somebody in that can put the ball away.
Okay, Aaron Dugan is down on the track. She is a special guest. Aaron?
Well, Bob, I have another special guest. This is Lucas Taylor, Director of Student Activities here at Keystone. Homecoming's coming up. I know you're really excited about it. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, and homecoming where we invite people back, the alumni back to the campus. We kick off our Friday night with our pep rally. Lots of cool things, the band, all the athletic teams will be there, so really exciting for our volleyball team that evening. A parade in the morning, and then we have afternoon of lunch and festivities, a lot of cool things, and then ended out with a semi-formal dance on Saturday night.
Sounds like fun. Get a little dressed up.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about any other activities going on campus?
Yeah, we have a lot of cool things happening, a lot of singer-songwriters coming up. We have a local trip to the Reaper's Revenge, also going to Dorney Park for their haunt stuff. So, yeah, it's really cool.
Sounds fun. How about just living here on campus? What's the most fun part about that for you?
Well, as a employee that lives on campus, I do enjoy a lot of the amenities as well as the students. And what we offer are many, many leadership opportunities for students at Keystone. So that's one of the biggest things that I can say that we offer to the students here.
Not to mention all the fun it seems like you guys are having.
Yeah, absolutely. As you can see here tonight, it's great. Yeah.
Thanks for stopping and chat with us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, back to the game.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Homecoming coming up. Couple weeks. As I said, Keystone will head to Immaculata on Saturday. So play picking up here on the Keystone side of the ball, Mike. And again, they keep pushing it through the Giants.
Yeah, and again, you don't want to start pressing. It's way too early in the game to start worrying about, got to get that goal, got to get that goal. You just want to continue to do what's gotten you to this point. You're about ready to see a long throw in here.
Freeman in, throws it in front. Nice job by Summit for the clear. They try to get something going on transition.
And this is where you can really be caught out here with pushing that many bodies into the box, but they did a really good job forcing a long crossing pass to allow the rest of the defense to get back. I've been impressed with Jalen Freeman in the back. He's done a really good job organizing, and as well with that last long throw. So I think you're going to start to see, that's twice they've had long throws into the box, and both times they haven't been able to get a shot off of them, but they've been dangerous on both times. So I think you'll start to see a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Here's the rush. Good clear by Summit. So here's another chance for Keystone.
If they can continue to move the ball like that, you're going to see it. You're going to see a goal out of Keystone tonight.
Shot lefty up and over, and that will give us a chance to take a break. 10-minute mark and coming up here at Keystone. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Keystone College, everyone. At Colonial State's Athletic Conference men's soccer here on MyTV WQMY. Mike Brodie, Bob Ide, and Aaron Dugan. Glad you could join us here. The only goal so far scored by Wesley Pinzins for Summit. And they have the 1-0 lead here in the first half. So 35 plus have gone. And everything looks pretty even, Mike. Shots on goal, 6-3 advantage. Shots overall, 6-3 advantage for Keystone. Summit has the advantage of shots on goal, 3-2.
Yeah, it's a lot of what we talked about in the pregame. Their past 2 to 3 matches have all either gone into overtime, been a late winner from both sides. It seems to either be a tie game or a 1-goal game, and it looks like we might be in store for the same thing here tonight.
And Nabi, 1-on-4. Could have any help there. Nabi in the box. Trying to find someone. Good footwork. No one on the opposite side.
Yeah, it was a really nice step over. Got the defender enough to move that he could get a good service into the box. Just nobody again to that back post.
And it will go over to the defenders. Pinzins, the far side, goes out of bounds and goes over to Keystone. Good defense there by Keystone.
Yeah, if you're Pinson's there, you're hoping that somebody comes up to help you. It was basically 1-on-5 against the five Keystone defenders. So you don't want to start if you're Summit to start sitting back on a 1-0 lead, because that's a lot of time to absorb a lot of different amounts of pressure coming from Keystone.
Buck holds out of Crestwood, throws it in, but unable to corral that was Anabi. Back to the middle it goes. Summit just playing keep away a little bit, trying to get something on transition.
Yeah, and you see Keystone they're really ramping up their pressure here in the last 10 minutes of this game, trying to force some turnovers.
They've had success on this left-hand side, especially with Filko on that side. And over to Self. He had the assist on the goal.
Yeah, Self and Pinson's both have been very dangerous in this game. He had the heel pass that actually started the goal.
Jalen Freeman out of New Jersey on defense, number 22 for Keystone in white. And we'll go over to the Giants. Well, Keystone's defense giving up only 1.22 goals per game coming in. Shots on goal, 58 out of 120, and they give up about 13.3 shots on goal. Another opportunity goes out, and we'll have our first corner kick of the night, I think.
Yeah, other than the scoreline for Keystone, you have to be happy with the way they've played. They've been dangerous. They've gotten themselves forward in a lot of great attacking opportunities. It's just a matter of, who can have a moment of quality and put the ball in the back of the net.
So here's Kittle going to go with the left foot in. Headed out twice. And a trip on Keystone will give the ball back to Summit.
I like that, though. A lot of their services so far have been short, and they've gotten either headed directly back at them or flicked on. That was one of the first balls that was driven to the back post. You saw in the previous one, it was just a mistimed header on the backside. So I think they have some opportunity if they can go over into the far post, that they can get some open opportunities.
There's number 6, Frank Heater, out of New York, who does have a goal on the year. Heater down to Anabi. Back into the box. Defense collapses on him.
Yeah, you can see he's very, very comfortable in the ball. Anytime that ball's getting played into his feet, he's collected it. He just hasn't had either the ability to play that next pass, or it's been broken up.
Freeman and Pinsins going back at it. Lefty shot on goal, taken out in front, off the mark, but Summit another chance. Number 19, Noah Moore, freshman out of Virginia. That was his 15th shot on the season.
Summit's trying to counterattack as much as possible. The one problem they're running into, they're committing so many people behind the ball in the defensive half that every time whoever it is, it's been Pinsent for the most part, he's all alone up top, and it's hard to do something when you're 1-on-3, 1-on-4 consistently. Looking for a little bit more of a diagonal ball, maybe get one or two more people into the attack.
Looking for Anabi again. Tries to center it out in front. And Keystone will clear and set back up. Long range shot taken out in front. Off the mark. That was Rolando Rodriguez out of Linden, New Jersey, the sophomore.
He's done a nice job controlling the midfield. He just didn't lean over this shot. perfectly timed opportunity. Just lean back a little bit, and anytime you do that, the ball's going to sail on you.
A lot of action on the pitch tonight here at Keystone. Here on MyTV WQMY. 2 minutes left in the first half. A lot of opportunities for both teams, and Summit is the only one that has converted so far. Kind of a big game for Keystone, Mike, because they're in 4th position right now. They have a lot of games left with the upper echelon teams. We'll take a look at that schedule later on, but you know, you have a team at the bottom of the standings. These are the teams you need to beat, especially at home.
Absolutely. You have to win the conference games that you have at home. Conference season is what it all comes down to, and the games that you're supposed to win, you definitely need to win. And like you said, at home, that's a time that you need to step up and get a W.
A lot of students out, including the cheerleaders here on campus. And we're under a minute to play. Fight for the ball.
And if you're Keystone here, you don't need to rush. You have a set piece. You have 40 seconds left. Let some of your bigger players get into the box.
Kittle with the left. Headed away.
And now the defenders are a little bit caught out. They were halfway up when they took that free kick.
Nice job by the defenders to keep it in bounds and take time off that clock. Vilco throw in, and that should about do it here at Keystone College. So 1 half complete here in La Plume, and it's the visitors from Summit who have the lead. And there you see the schedule to date for the Giants from Keystone. Opened the season with 2 wins. Now they're trying to put 2 in a row here in October. Coming up at the half, we'll hear from Jordan Hoyt about our upcoming high school football game. Aaron has a special guest, and then Mike and I are back in the booth with highlights and stats. 1-0 Summit at the break.
This is a Fox 56 Sports presentation of high school football on MyTV WQMY.
And welcome back to Keystone College. You're watching live men's soccer right here on MyTV WQMY. Summit University 1, Keystone College 0 at the half. I'm Aaron Dugan, and joining me now is 2 very special guests from Keystone College, Dr. Matthew Grimaldi, the athletic director, and Dr. Dana Harris, one of the assistant professors. Dr. Grimaldi, we'll start with you. So many of your fall sports teams are off to such a great start. You must be thrilled.
I just think it's great. I mean, all the hard work and the dedication of the coaches and staff and really the student athletes. I mean, it is just great to have it pay off. And to be in a competitive CSAC conference and have early success like this, you hope that momentum just continues for the student athletes. So I'm really, really proud and just hope, and wish them the best of luck.
Now, I heard that you're going to be taking on a new role. You're also going to be the head women's basketball coach. How did that come about, and what can we expect from the team?
How that came about was just last year I took over the last, I think it was 6 games, and then we got into the playoffs. And, just being around, the students and the coaches, they talked me into it a little bit, and really mostly importantly the student athletes. But all joking aside, we will be young this year. We only have 3 returners coming back from last year's team. So we have 9 new people to the team and to Keystone College, 8 freshmen and 1 transfer. So that proverbial, I don't like the term rebuilding, we have a lot of athletic, talented, and we are just going to, I think it boils down to 2 simple things, fun and fundamentals. We're going to preach that, and that is something that we're going to do, and we're just going to get after and have a lot of fun.
We'll be looking for you in a couple months. Now, you get a chance to see a lot of student athletes. What impresses you the most about the student athletes here at Keystone?
One thing that I'm proud about mostly with our student athletes is the way they handle themselves. And I've always said this is the great ambassadors for Keystone College. I mean, the way they conduct themselves, obviously on the sports field, as you can see, with class, sportsmanship, but most importantly, academically. That is why we're here, is to get an education. And over the tenure, they have improved their GPA excrementally, and that is what I'm most proud of. And that segue, I see the thing is being thrown. Oh, no. But honestly, it's that balance. It's a Division III balance, and that's what we do here. And something like this, you see our women's soccer players are out there with the community. We do a lot of community service, and those things are most importantly I'm proud of our student athletes. I mean, they really, really are just great ambassadors for the college. So with that, I'm going to segue it over to what I'm most proud of is how we, compete in the classroom, so to speak.
That's right. We're going to talk to one of the professors here, Dr. Dana Harris. What impresses you the most about the student athletes in the classrooms here at Keystone?
Our student athletes are very dedicated to their schoolwork, too. They are very efficient in the classroom. They're concerned about their grades, and since Dr. Grimaldi has been here, we've seen their GPA increase over the past few years. And they take the term student athlete very seriously. They're students first and athletes second.
So tell me about this Business Management and Technology Division. What's this all about?
We have several different majors in the Department of Business Management and Technology. Obviously, first business, accounting, which we also just started a master's degree in accountancy, which is online, and it prepares the students to take their CPA exam. We also have a sport rec management degree, which a lot of our athletes are in the sport rec management degree, and we just started a brand new sport leadership management program, and that's a master's program, and that's exploding at this point. We have IT with some concentrations in networking, and another new concentration, which is the gaming and app development, which is a huge area right now. And along with that, other minors that go along with it.
I know we talked a lot about sports and different sports management here at Keystone, but what if you're not an athlete? Is there still things here for you?
Oh, there's a lot of things to do here for our students. We have a lot of intramural sports and activities and clubs and just so many things for our students to do. And for all of our students to come out here and watch the games.
Yeah, everyone's having a great time here tonight.
Yes, they are.
All right, well, thanks for stopping and chat with us.
No problem. Thank you.
And thank you, Dr. Grimaldi.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
All right, make sure to stick around for the second half here at Keystone College. You're watching live soccer on MyTV WQMY.
We're back at the turf field on the campus of Keystone College. Summit leads the Giants 1-0 after one. Welcome back, everyone. Bob Ide and Mike Bridey here in the booth at Keystone, and so far, very interesting game. I'd say the play dominated by Keystone, but the scoreboard says Summit's in the lead.
Yeah, Keystone has had a lot of chances. They've definitely had the most possession in this first half. Summit, however, has the one goal, and that's how soccer works sometimes. You don't always have to have 10, 12 chances to get a goal. Sometimes it only takes one.
Okay, we could take a look at the highlights early on, and as I mentioned, the play and Nabi there, but Ben Campbell's keeping him in the game, a couple of saves. But Summit's had their opportunities too. Wesley Penzins has played very well, number 17.
He's been all over the field.
And then in the box, and Nabi, somehow you mentioned the ball scoots through.
Yeah, that's where you want that outside midfielder busting down the line.
Here's the goal, though.
Yeah, perfectly placed. Again, it's a ball that lands just in the middle of the box. You have an upperclassman in Penzance that jumps on it, takes a great first touch out of danger into space, and puts it away in that, tucks it inside the far post.
That was his 6th goal on the year. And there you see it, 3-2 shots on goal. Corner kicks, there's only been 1 in the game. Saves are tied at 2 and 2 offsides. And really, that's cost a couple opportunities, those offsides for the Giants.
Absolutely. Like I said, Summit has done a really good job of pushing their backs forward as a group that has caught Keystone a couple times that they would have had great opportunities to score goals.
So what do we have to do in the second half of your Keystone?
If I'm Keystone, I'm telling my players, do the same exact thing that you did the first half, except what you're looking to do, you're looking to get that final third pass and look for a calm, collective finish. That's what's really been missing this half.
Since the goal, though, the defense has played better for Keystone. It's shut them down, has shut Summit Hill down.
Yeah. I mean, Summit has had some transitional opportunities, but I think you'll start to see as this half goes on, Summit's going to try to pack the box a little bit. They're okay with having a 1-0 lead. If they can get a breakaway or a quick counter, they're going to go with it. But I think you're going to start to see if Keystone can take their time, keep possession, don't force the ball forward. I think you're going to see them have some really good opportunities here in the second half to get an equalizer.
And I think it has to go through Anabi. He's second in shots in the CSAC, second in shots per game, third in goal, and first in assists. So if you're looking for a score, it's going to come off the foot one way or the other of Anabi. Either he's going to make an assist or he's going to get the goal.
He's going to be involved somehow, whether it could be as a decoy. Like you said, it could be him scoring the goal, which he's had many of opportunities, whether it's just a toe that got in the way or he's gotten tripped up a few times. He is a creator out there, and he is doing a really good job of getting opportunities. It's just they need to have somebody that's going to step up, have that moment of brilliance that we say in soccer, and finish and get a finish and get this game tied up at 1. You hope that the youth of Keystone, that they don't press too early to try to get this goal and leave themselves exposed at the back. But I think you're going to see if they can come out and play the same style of soccer they had the first half, I think they'll be okay.
Zabovic has 2 shots on goal for Keystone. One shot by Rodriguez and the other by Heater.
Both goalies played a really good game their really good first half. Came out, made some really good decisions, and that's what you want to see from a goalie. If he's going to come out, make sure you come out 100% behind it. You don't want him coming halfway out, and that's where you can get caught out and give up a really bad goal. But both goalies did a really good job that first half.
Keystone in the white, Summit in the blue jerseys this evening. It is a key CSAC, Colonial States Athletic Conference matchup as we're nearing the midway point here in 2015.
And you already see Summit right now. They have 1 attacking player up top, and they have pretty much 8 to 9 players that are dropping deep in the defensive half. And Keystone's just going to have to be patient. There's not going to be a whole lot of room to make passes. There's not going to be a whole lot of room to dribble. But if they continue to possess, draw the defense out, I think you'll see them get some opportunities.
And anytime Eddie gets the ball, there's 4 around him. So definitely they are tracking him. Anytime 24 touches it, there's going to be a swarm of defenders around him.
Yeah, anytime you score 14 goals as a freshman, your name tends to float around the other people's scouting reports. And I think he's really starting to see that, and he's trying to learn on the fly of how to deal with that as kind of a marked man out there, that they really want to take him away. But as you can see on the season, he still has 5 goals, 4 assists. He's still staying involved. He's just going to have to he needs some help. He needs some other people to step up and get in some dangerous positions on the field.
You have to remember, Keystone, very talented sophomore class. They had 10 wins a year ago when they were freshmen. They're trying to up that this year, make the playoffs again. But again, they're just sophomores.
Exactly. And sometimes sophomores, they get a little antsy. They want to try to do a little too much. You want to continue to see them play good team soccer.
Another chance in the box for the Giants. They control it.
Yeah, and that's going to be there. That's the last thing you want to see right there. You don't want to just kick the ball back to the other team. Take their time. You can see Summit is okay right now with taking on some pressure. They want to continue to nurse this 1-goal lead. They're going to look to counter. You're going to see some counters from Summit, but they're going to be organized behind the ball, and you're going to see if they do get forward, they're going to have to build just like they are right now.
The goal by Summit tonight, that's their first goal since September 12th when they won 2-0 against Valley Forge. They've been shut out their last 4 matches.
And sometimes it goes like that in soccer. You can dominate a game and it's hard to score. And then there's other runs that you have, and you can score 3-4 goals a game for 3 or 4 games in a row. So it's all about giving yourself the best opportunity, putting yourselves in position to get some goals.
Another chance in the box, and Nabi couldn't get it out. Here we go again. Keystone on the attack. Nabi trying to make a run. They're trying to get the pass to him. Harris Zabovic out of Pleasant Valley, the junior number 11, controlled some of that.
There's number 8, Rolando Rodriguez out of Linden, New Jersey. There are 2 defenders with Eddie. Box him out in the corner.
I like what I see from Keystone, though. There's a lot of movement off of the ball, and that, again, was one of their keys to success. You don't want to constantly be putting your hand up, trying just to call for that long ball over the top. They're moving into pockets of space that are available, and that's what you want to see. You don't want to see them get direct and try to score every single opportunity and go as quickly and as direct as possible.
That's a college person's message is to every parent. I need money.
I'm not in college, and Mom, Dad, you can send.
Yeah, you can send us money
some
too.
money up too.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be great.
What do you think he's using the money for, or is it a she? Is it he or she, Peter? We're either way. It's like a Muppet thing. Yeah.
I'm guessing hair products.
Yeah. Yep.
Or haircuts, one of the two.
Having fun here, though, on campus at Keystone. Cheerleaders out. Nice crowd on hand. Hoping that their team can get a goal and tie this one up.
And if you're Summit, this is what you want. You want to get the ball into Ian,
Self,
or Wesley, into their feet. They're upperclassmen. They've played a lot of soccer here at Summit. You can tell they're the two most dangerous people on the field for Summit, and that's where you're going to get the calmness. Everybody else is going to be moving and working as hard as they can when they have the ball at their feet.
We talked to Kyle Keltner, the first-year coach for Summit. He knows that they're not having a typical season here that they do at Summit, but he's already on the recruiting trail. He talked about that he has some great recruits coming in. And, you get some local kids, especially from that Abington program, maybe to come to stay in town, and you put yourself in good position.
Yeah, and when you come into a program like this, you don't have your players. You are trying to bring your style of soccer into the fold, and sometimes the parts don't always match exactly the way that you want to, and you have to compromise some of your pyramid of priorities for your team. But he seemed like a very, very dedicated coach, and I think they have a good hire here.
Back over to the Giants.
Yeah, you can already see Summit is definitely holding a much deeper line, but what that does is it allows bigger pockets of space for the midfield and the attacking players to play into in front of them, which could be dangerous because if they get a through ball through, it's going to Eddie. But as you can see, that is their goal. They want to get the ball into his feet. He's a playmaker out there, and they know if as many chances as you give him, good things are going to happen.
Turnover, shot on goal. Nice Campbell there, but you got to give an opportunity. You got to get a shot in. That was Kittle.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you go back to that, there's only one person that's following up the shot, and it's Keystone. And that's one thing you've got to
in the box. Sorry, Mike.
Up. Penalty.
Penalty on the box. In the box by Summit.
And this is good communication between the official and the sideline official. Official didn't have the greatest of view, appealed to the sideline.
So we'll have a penalty kick.
He did have position. He reaches across. I agree with that call. He did reach across, got the body.
Grant Benner had the foul. Here's the kick by Anabi. Goal! Keystone! We're tied at 1.
And again, as we said, you continue to get the ball into the box, into dangerous positions. Good things are going to happen. They got the penalty, and believe it or not, Eddie scores a goal. You see, he takes a very straight-on run-up, sometimes hard for a keeper, side foots it into the left portion of the goal. Keeper guesses the wrong way.
Here's another angle. Goalie went left. Nabe put it on his right-hand side. So we are tied up. At 1 again between these two schools. But that was all set up by number 2, though, Javon Guy. It's out of St. Joe's Prep, New York, as he went in the box, picked up that foul, and then Nabe put that goal in, his 6th on the year. One of the tops in all the CSAC. So new life for the Giants, and they continue to press.
And it looks like at halftime they've made a little bit of a switch. You see Guy pushing forward quite a bit more than than you've seen in the first half, where it was mostly just Eddie that would be up top. And I think you're going to start to see defenders it's going to force the defenders back, and I think you're going to see with those two up top, you're going to see a lot of opportunities.
So as we have a little break in the action, Aaron Dugan has another Keystone guest. Aaron?
That's right, Bob. Joining me now is the head softball coach here at Keystone, Renee Barrows. Now, Renee, you actually attended Summit, and now you coach at Keystone. Is there any similarities between the two schools?
Yeah, there's definitely some similarities. The biggest one that sticks out to me is that both are very focused on community. It's awesome to see that both are very tight-knit. It's focused on building relationships and really getting involved and getting to know the students from the faculty and staff perspective. And then being able to see that those communities come together at different times has also been really great. So I've been able to kind of ride both sides of the fence at different times.
So after fall ball and winter, what are you seeing from your team? What can people expect?
Yeah, so fall ball was really great for us. We have a lot of new faces, which is exciting for us, and we have a lot of great returners as well. Part of those new faces involves an entire new pitching staff, so it's been really cool to see them coming out, working hard right off the bat, getting to work, and seeing them all work together. Going into the off season now, it's exciting to see that they all have a drive, a passion, a desire to see us win in the spring, and so they're looking forward to doing some of that work in the off season on their own.
How would you characterize the type of team that you're looking for?
The team we're looking for is composed of people who have great character. It's composed of people who have a passion for softball. They come from a competitive background, and they also are able to manage both the academic and athletic load that a college gives you.
Well, thanks so much for stopping and chat with us, and best of luck this season.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's go back to the game.
Good luck to the softball team. As you saw, we had a second corner kick for Keystone tonight. Kittle with the left foot, and they almost got it in. Let's look at it again, Mike.
Yeah, they were inches away. I think Eddie almost got ahead to this. Oh, no, that was Freeman. Jalen Freeman. Great opportunity, just a little out of his reach. But, again, Keystone really putting the pressure on right now.
Oh, wanted to push again, but, again, the referee letting them play tonight. Mike, you mentioned that in the first half. Chance now for Summit on the attack. Offsides called.
Yeah, and I think if you ask any soccer player, all you want from an official is consistency. If they're going to let a lot go, let it go from box to box. If they're going to call everything, then make sure you call everything consistently. That's all you're looking for is consistency.
There you saw Kittle and Penance having a little chat. I don't think he liked that pusher, the Kittle. So things heating up here as both teams want the 3 points that they'll get for the win. The referee's going to call that as I think we might have a nose job there.
Yeah, that was a nasty collision.
Nope, that's number 8. 8 is down. That's Rolando Rodriguez out of New Jersey, the sophomore who took that one. Let's watch it again.
Yeah, you see the ball kind of deflects. They both go up. He definitely took his legs out from underneath, and when you're in the air like that, there's not a whole lot you can do.
Yeah, he took one off the bridge of the nose. So free kick out. This will be taken.
You see everybody lining up at the far post.
Favero.
What you're hoping for right here is a recross.
In the box, header! Blocked away by Campbell.
Really, really good service. Dropped it right into that dangerous area where the keeper can't come quite. Doesn't know if he wants to come out. If he stays, they have a good opportunity.
So that sets up the third corner kick.
Summit needs to get their marks right now.
Pushed away, I think we're some kind of foul in there on Keystone against the goalkeeper. So 2 great opportunities for the Giants.
Yeah, 2 dangerous opportunities for Keystone.
So that Keystone goal by Inabi, and the penalty kick came at the 52-28 mark, and that's the 6th goal on the year in the second half for the Giants, and it's a big one as we're tied at 1 here in La Plume.
Yeah, give Summit's goalie Ben Campbell a lot of credit. He's made a lot of good saves so far this second half alone.
Here's a run. Summit clears. Here's another chance in the box. Javon Guy again in the box, and that one goes up and over, but another chance. Boy, chances are mounting, and here's a couple of the last ones.
Yeah, a good reaction save by the goalie. Luckily, it was hit fairly directly at him, and then here's the ensuing corner kick. Anytime there's any contact versus a goalie, referees are always going to err on the side of caution.
So 31 minutes to play here at Keystone College, CSAC men's soccer. Thanks for joining us here on MyTV, or if you're watching us on the internet. Back in the box. Great defense by Summit again.
But you're seeing with having Javon Guy up top with Eddie, you're starting to see a lot of opportunities that they're connecting back and forth. Here you see Eddie on the what we call the byline, just didn't pull it quite back far enough. But anytime you can get on that end line, it's a very dangerous opportunity because the goalie has to respect the shot, but he also needs to be able to be aware that there could be people sitting in the box.
Number 4, Grant Benner, New Holland, PA, was there on defense. He was also one that got called on the foul that resulted in the penalty kick. So 4 shots. So 5 shots on goal from Keystone, 3 on Summit in the game. 13 shots overall and just 4 for Summit. 3 corners for the Giants. None have converted yet. 12 fouls on Summit, 8 on Keystone, and offsides still tied at 2.
That's a bad turnover right there. It was an opportunity for Summit to get people forward, and now tired legs are trying to transition back.
Lefty up and over. Nice left-handed foot, and Nabi and a bunch of other players in there. Here we see it again.
Yeah, again, they share the ball very well, but again, leaning back a little bit, trying to find that the far left corner. But again, you have to lean over that. You have to look to drive that ball in order to bend it. You can't lean back. The ball's always gonna sail on you. But one strategic change I see from Keystone, it appears that they're playing a lot more 3 in the back, pushing 2 defensive center midfielders forward, which is really taken away the one thing that Summit did very well, which was the counter, and it also allows a free player to get forward for Keystone.
In the box is another chance. Headed and caught. Good job by Campbell, but a better job from number 2 on the Keystone side, Javon Guy in the box with the header.
Yeah, you're really seeing these guys. They're getting very dangerous. There's a great through ball by Eddie, and a great cross a great cross across the box. A little bit, you want to see it a little bit more driven, but it was perfectly placed. And again, here is the same type of counter.
That looked like number 12, Massimo Leahy. And another opportunity as we are in the replay. So chances keep mounting. Somewhere along it's going to break through. There's Offense Kale.
Yeah, the combination.
He's a freshman.
The combination of Offense Kale, you have Eddie Anabi and Javon Guy. These three are working extremely well together. You've now seen 2 or 3 through balls, and they're getting great opportunities. Now's when you need to have that little bit of composure and get a finish, because these opportunities, as great as they are right now, you don't want to squander them, because one goal from Summit now, you could be regretting the missed opportunities.
Yeah, the defense can't relax if you're the Giants, even though the play's been on the offensive side. Got to get that clear out.
Absolutely, and you're going to start to see Summit's defenders are going to get tired, because all they're doing right now is turning and running towards goal.
Nabi in the box. Tried to look for a teammate out front. Now here is transition opportunity. There's Freeman again. Ooh, that might be a yellow card.
Yeah, you don't want to show up an official like that.
No. Bounce the ball down, yellow card given on number 10 for Summit. That is Ian Self.
You can get frustrated as a player, but you don't want to slam a ball. If you want to go have a conversation with the official, let's see if it was a foul here. It didn't look like there was a whole lot into it, but again, you got to keep your composure, especially in a game like this. If there's a chance that there could be a second yellow card on a 50-50 ball, now your team is down a player, and especially somebody like Ian, he
has the assist on the only goal.
Yeah, he's been one of the 2 most dangerous players for Summit, and they can't afford to lose him. And I mentioned a little bit earlier, Jalen Freeman for me has played a really nice game as a center back, outside back type of player for Keystone. It's allowed them to get these opportunities going forward.
Kittle in the box, centered, knocked away, and corner kick comes up now for the Giants.
And you're starting to see them they're starting to get the corner, they're starting to get to that byline, looking to find people. Now what they have to do is find feet, not just play it through. Again, defender, great defensive play, getting it out for a corner kick.
Good defense and a clear by the defender. So Keystone resets. Self down there grabs it. He'll take the throw in, waiting for some teammates. They're kind of taking their time. He wants to push it a little more.
Yeah, they're tired. They're constantly chasing balls, because their midfield is not getting any pressure on Keystone. Every time Keystone receives the ball, they're dribbling forward and playing through balls into the box, and all they're doing is turning and chasing.
Yeah, Keystone has outshot the defenders tonight, 16-4 and 6-3 in shots on goal.
If you're Summit right now, you need to possess. You need to get the ball, settle it down, give your defense a little time to rest. You don't need to be going at goal right now. You need to just take some time, calm everybody down, and release some of the pressure that they've been taking on.
So we will be break free the rest of this half. So stay tuned. We'll play this one out. We're tied at 1 here at Keystone College. The Giants and the defenders battling just about 10 miles apart for these 2 schools. And we're in the middle of Colonial State's Athletic Conference action.
And this is what you want to see from Summit. They're having a little bit more of the ball right now. They're setting the ball down. They're getting it they're to get into their playmakers, and you're starting to see a little bit of pressure released. But again, they have to put some pressure on in the midfield so they don't have clear lanes for these guys to run, play through balls through, and to run into.
Let's see how they hold up here for Summit and what kind of play we'll have out of Keystone.
Because right now the Keystone attack is feeling really good about themselves. They're getting very dangerous looks. They've had multiple opportunities to get the go-ahead goal. Now it's just a matter of them getting the right pass to the right player and getting the right finish.
Is this a time of the game where the training really comes to play a factor? How much training you have, how much legs you have left, and because you mentioned someone's been running around chasing all night, and that's really hard to do.
Absolutely, and fitness in soccer is it's one of the most important things. I mean, obviously you need the skill to play the sport, but it's a sport where it's 45 minutes of consistent play. So definitely fitness comes into it, and this is where all the off-season training comes in, as well as being able to utilize some subs for some positions that are doing a little more running than others.
Zabicek pulls that down. Fourth in the CSAC and goals against. When he's had to make the saves he has. Just one goal given up tonight.
And if you're Keystone, you want to keep the pedal to the metal right now.
So 21 and a half to play. And I know they want to get back to cheering, so we'll head down now to Aaron Dugan with some special guests.
That's right, Bob. I always have so much fun with these guys. They're the cheerleaders. They're the captains. It's Terry Fleming, Kayleen Pastrana, and Rachel Ogden. Now, you guys just recently performed somewhere. Tell us all about that.
Well, we just did the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure, and then we also did our Christy Mathewson Day here in Factoryville, Pennsylvania.
What made you want to get involved?
We'd love to just be the face of the school and just let everybody know, like, we're the cheerleaders. We like to give spirit, represent our campus and all that.
And you love getting everyone involved. You guys you can see it on your faces. You have so much fun, and you get the crowd involved too, and you probably feed off of that.
Right, absolutely. The crowd is our biggest supporters. That's like, especially our Pump It Up cheer that we do, everybody gets.
You know that's my favorite.
I know it's your favorite.
I've been trying to learn it. Teach it to me one more time.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
We're gonna start with the
Stomp with the right. Okay.
Blue.
Pump it up,
and orange.
Keep it going, keep it going.
Giants.
What up? Blue and orange. All right, I'm going to go practice. We're going to throw it back upstairs. I'm going to practice. I like the what up, though.
Right,
that's my favorite. All right. What up? Okay, let's go back.
Well, as Aaron is learning the cheer, the entire bench, the entire crowd took a sigh of, oh my goodness. Here we go, Mike.
Yeah, this is one that he needs to put away. He had plenty of time. He could have taken a touch, and that's got to be a pass into the side of the net. It was a great passing combination leading up to that point, and he knows it. He's been all over this second half attack, but that's one that he wishes he had back.
That was Javon Guy, came in with one goal on the season, and that would have been a huge second goal right there, but he just went off the mark. But again, the attack continues for Keystone. A lot of the Summit players now putting their hands on their hips and trying to stretch out. They played a lot of soccer here, almost 70 minutes plus. Not too many substitutions. And now it's going to come down to a matter who wants it the most and who we mentioned is the fittest.
Yeah, who's the fittest? And again, young players tend to maybe tighten up a little bit at this time, and that's why I said in the first half sometimes you incorporate some of the maybe freshmen or sophomores that maybe don't get the amount of playing time, because this is the time that maybe the upperclassmen starters a little bit tired, but usually you're going to ride with the guys that got you here. So it's going to be an interesting last 18 minutes of regulation to see if anybody can get that next goal.
One guy we haven't called is Wesley Pinsins, who has the only goal for Summit, and that was early in the 17:53 mark of the first half, Mike, and Keystone's done a nice job taking him out. We haven't really called his name at all.
Yeah, Keystone's held the ball quite a bit, so he hasn't had too much opportunity on the ball, and he's had to do a lot of chasing himself, dropping deeper into the midfield and into the defense to try to keep this game at 1-1.
Crowd here really getting into it. A lot of the Defender fans on their feet. Now Keystone fans on their feet. Back into the box. And it's going to go against Guy. And ball goes over to Summit.
A really nice play by Grant Benner as a defender. Did a great job at shielding the ball. I can attest. I've been watching him run up and down the field. He has to be tired. Does a really nice job keeping his body in between him and the ball. Gets called for a hold there. So really nice defending by him.
Guy, 3 shots tonight. One of those on goal.
And right now you're starting to see, especially these attacking players from Keystone, they have a lot of great footwork. You can see a lot of scissors, a lot of step overs, and now you're starting to see the defenders a little bit tired, starting to lunge a little bit. You have to be very careful not to give a penalty away. When you get a little tired, you tend to lunge.
Here's the corner kick. Zabovic knocked away with a head, but it goes right back to him. So another opportunity. Oh, he almost put that on a bender. Somehow he hit the top of the goal.
Yeah, the ball came right back to him off of the corner, and he tried to pick out that far upper 90, the far post, and just missed. You want to see on the corner kick a little more height, a little more drive to it, but what he almost pulled off here would have been pretty magical.
Again, last time these two teams played, 2013, we've gone to overtime. Keystone won last year 2-1 down in Clark Summit.
And if you're Keystone here, you don't have to again try to push forward every opportunity. You want to make Summit work. You want to make them run, chase the ball, work for a good opportunity to score.
Shot in. Campbell jumped for that one. It was just off the mark again. How many times have we said that tonight?
Yeah. Nice left-footed bending shot by Alex Buchholz. It's what you want to see. I mean, it's an opportunity, and it had the height. It just wouldn't bend enough for him.
There's a look at Alex Buchholz out of Crestwood. 6-foot sophomore. 1 goal, 1 assist on the year. 6 shots on goal.
You're starting to really see the overall quality of Keystone really come out right now. Every player seems to be a little bit more in the fitness. As I say that, Jalen Freeman's stretching out his calf, but you're seeing the team that's putting on the pressure usually isn't the team that's as fatigued by the end of the game. But Summit is doing a very nice job keeping the ball out of the net, and if they can continue to do that, they could have one opportunity, and that's all you need to steal this game away in the second half.
Well, this is big, not only because of the standings, but, Keystone on the year doesn't play well on the road. They're 1-4 away from the campus here in La Plume. They're 2-0-1 here on this turf. So you don't want to give one away to a team that's 2-7 on the year.
Absolutely not, and I can understand why they play so well here. Their crowd is into it. Their cheerleaders have everybody fired up for the game. This field suits them very well. They play the ball very, very skillfully on the ground, and they like to dribble at people, and the turf is really nice for that because you get true rolls on the on the artificial surface.
There's a couple youth soccer players. Maybe they'll play here someday. They're playing up here in the Factoryville area. As we said, youth programs all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Including Mike, who played probably, down in the Mifflinburg area and
down
that area?
Down from central Pennsylvania in the Middleburg area.
Middleburg, yep.
They get you started early at 3-4 years old. So, but that's how you develop. That's how you develop quality players.
There's a quality shot by Anabi.
Yes, it was. And if you're Summit, you want to start limiting how many touches they're getting right, either outside of the box or inside of the box. And again, it's Javon Guy playing it off to Eddie Anabi, and again, fortunate for Summit, the shot was right on the keeper, but you don't want to give a quality striker of Eddie's status that many more opportunities.
Rodriguez in the middle again. Guy, blocked away with his head by Campbell. We'll feel that tomorrow, but a big save there by Ben Campbell, a sophomore out of Gainesville, New York.
I'll tell you what, Ben Campbell is playing a fantastic game. It's a great ball through. Sacrifices his body right off of his stomach.
That was off his stomach. Looked like his head at first.
It did look like it went off the head. But as a goalie, that's what you need to be able to. You need to be willing to do is sacrifice the body. And again, you see him. He made an early commitment, got off of his line, and kept this game at 1-1 for his team, and possibly have a chance to grab one here.
7 big saves on the night. He only let one go. I mean, overall, Keystone is out-shooting Summit 21-4. That's just shots. 8-3 on shots on goal.
Yeah, and you have to give credit. Rolando Rodriguez has played some very quality passes into the path of these guys that are looking to grab a goal up top.
Guy, goal, shot.
Off the crossbar.
Top of the crossbar for Keystone. They continue to press.
Yeah,
Freeman's at center field with his hands on his head, so I can't believe that didn't go in. And he has to back up. Here comes Summit on the attack.
This is just a fury of opportunities that Keystone is having in front of the Summit goal.
Can't get dejected. You just got to play good defense now.
Absolutely.
Good work over there by freshman Noah Moore for Summit. And there's Pinsins, who has the only goal for Summit. They bring it away. Here come the Giants, trying to get a little transition of their own.
And that's Offense Kale on that outside. He looks like he's ready to deliver a quality ball into the box. He's every time he's gotten the ball, he's been very, very dangerous. And as a freshman, that's what you like to see. And I think this is
7th corner kick of the night for the Giants. Could be a big one. Headed it, but just off the mark. Number 13, Buckholtz got his 6-foot frame in there.
Yeah, you see again a ball to the back post. Just not able to get a quality finish on it.
So 9 minutes to play here in La Plume, Pennsylvania, northern Lackawanna County. Keystone College men's soccer looking for their 5th win on the year and continue in good position for the playoffs as they head to Immaculata this Saturday to continue CSAC play. So now here another opportunity, free kick.
And as I mentioned in the first half, these set pieces, these free kicks, this is where a game can be go from a 1-1 tie to a 2-1 victory.
In the box, another header.
And you see four Keystone players making darting runs into the box. you see a lot of blue people with their heads down, hands on their hips.
Like Buckholz.
Looks like
17. That was Kale again. Got a head on it.
If you're Alex Buckholz right there, you have to be calling that. You're going in the direction of the goal. That's where you need communication on those.
Someone off the right side again. Freshman Moore. He'll center it to Self. Self a shot high, way off the mark.
And that right there sums up, that's a tired player who's been chasing all for the past 30-plus minutes of a game, leaning back. That shot in the first half, that could be easily in the back of the net.
Instead, we remain tied. If they do have to go to overtime, again, they'll play 2 10-minute sudden deaths, periods. And commonplace for these two teams to do just that. 3 years in a row, they've gone to overtime. Keystone has won 2, they've tied once. Giants do not want to see that happen.
No, if you're Keystone right now, you in this last 7 minutes of this game, you want to get a goal. You don't want to even give them an opportunity to go get a rest. You want to make sure that this game ends in regulation.
Abraham Kittle into the box.
And if you're Summit right now, you're just trying to survive.
Just clear it.
You're trying to get this game into overtime, regroup a little bit, and hope to make some adjustments on the sideline.
Anabi one-on-one. No problem by Campbell to make another save. And another shot towards the goalie here at Keystone. Here we look at it again.
Yep, again, like we mentioned in the open, they want to target him in every opportunity that they have.
Summit seems to have a chance every minute or 2 minutes or so. But Zabicek there to get that ball. That's a foul.
Yeah, that's a bad foul.
That's a tough one. So 25-5 in shots for Keystone, 9-3 shots on goal, and Kittle with the kick. Penzance, top player for Summit.
Yeah, you don't like to see fouls like that, taking swipes at an opponent like that. I'm not saying it was intentional, but it's those are the type, especially when you are tired.
I would say that's a tired one.
Yeah.
You know, you're just kind of kicking away. Here comes the Giants again. Job by Kieran Ward out of Warwick, New York. Number 16 gets it. Back inside the box. Shot off the mark. Another missed chance.
And that's a perfect opportunity or reason why you don't want to foul. You have so much going for you offensively. You're forcing turnovers at every opportunity. And again, that's one maybe you take a little bit of the power away and you just try to finish that, put it away in the corner.
That was Kale. Here's the sophomore Anabi. Anabi, Campbell blocks it away with his left hand. Corner kick on the way for Keystone. Under 5, nearing the 4-minute mark to play.
Ben Campbell has definitely earned his stripes tonight. That was a phenomenal save. That was going up top. Upper corner. He parries it away.
Here come the defenders. Keystone able to get back. And again, the Giants send it on their side. You just have to keep pressing.
That's
I mean, you just got to keep going.
3.5 to play.
Again, you're looking for composure right now. You're getting the opportunities. If you are an attacking player for Keystone, you have to understand we're getting the opportunities consistently. You need to make sure you take the extra second or two and try to make that finish.
Moore, right side, blocked away by Kieran Ward. So 2 freshmen going at it. Nothing called. Here we go, back to the center. Kittle.
Really, really nice defensive sliding play right there.
Kittle tried to get to Nabi, who was breaking in. It might have been on sides.
You're really seeing Summit being stretched out now. And if you're Summit right now, you don't want to necessarily be playing fast. You want to be taking your time anytime the ball's going out of bounds. Because again, you are the team that is the most fatigued at this point in time.
Here we go, Summit with the chance. Hit off of the Summit player. Good job by Buckholz. Looks like number 13, the sophomore. Cheerleaders looking for something to yell about. Nice crowd still remains. Free kick coming up, I think.
Yeah, this is something that Keystone has to defend well. This is a good opportunity for Summit. Take some time off the clock, plus be able to get some of your attacking players, some of your bigger players forward, and get a dangerous ball put into the box. This is when you need to make sure that everybody knows who their mark is, they stay beside them, and they have their responsibilities.
They try to get it to Pizins. He can't make a run on it, and it's blocked away over to Keystone.
It's almost the exact same play that Keystone ran in that near that same area in the first half.
Still time on the clock. They can make a quick run here. Coming up on the 20 seconds. Keystone. Send it to the center. They do. Kittle unable to get there.
Still 5 seconds to go.
Cleared away by Keystone, and that will do it. Summit clears it, and they keep a tie game intact. We are going to overtime for the 4th straight time between these two teams. There's a 5-minute break, and then 10-minute sudden death. So this rivalry of the week game ends in a tie.
This
We're
is a
going
Fox
overtime.
56 Sports presentation of high school football on MyTV WQMY.
Well, welcome back to Keystone College, everyone. We're tied at 1, and we're gonna head to the first 10-minute sudden death overtime as both teams will gather. We'll take a look at some quick highlights. In second half, the only goal scored right here in a penalty kick, Eddie Anabi at the 52-28 mark, but there was plenty of opportunities, to say the least, for the Giants.
Yeah, Keystone has nobody to blame but themselves. I mean, you got to look at Ben Campbell. He's made some tremendous saves to keep his team in it. But Keystone has to look at the opportunities that they've had and think that they've wasted some good ones.
All you have to do is look at the stats. 27 shots overall, 10 of those at the goal, compared to 5 shots and 3 shots on goal for Summit. you can't be discouraged at that. You just have to, somewhere along the line, one of them's going to go in.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, coming into the second half, right now is not the time to really press and put everything out there. They have to take their time. They've made themselves plenty of opportunities out there. They just have to take their time and make somebody finish it. That's all they need. They need a finisher out there and not try to blast it through the goal. They need just a pass into the side netting. And that could be the difference in a tie or a win for them tonight.
Well, Summit will have to regroup quickly. They're going to head to Kings College down in Wilkes-Barre, and that will be on Thursday. And then they have to turn around and play a tough Cabrini team, and that will be on Saturday afternoon. And then you see the rest of the schedule. They end with Marywood and Gwinnett, both teams in the playoff hunt. So Summit playing very good soccer here tonight against the Giants from Keystone. Remember, just 2 wins on the year in 9 matches for the defenders. But you wouldn't know it by tonight's play. Keystone, on the other hand, they get a little bit of a break. Then they have to go to Immaculata Centenary, and they end with Marywood and Cabrini. And, less games. If they can come out of that and win the home games, they'll be in the CSAC playoffs.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, again, they've been very, very good at home. They have to find a way to steal one on the road. It's not always the easiest. Sometimes it's, different times of the day that you're playing, but they have to find a way to get that road record, because if they don't get a home playoff game, they're going to have to go on the road and win if they plan to advance into the playoffs.
Cabrini on the top of the CSAC standings, Marywood in second, Gwinnett third, Keystone fourth, going into tonight's games. 3 other games in the CSAC going on.
Yeah, still very early on. There's a lot of movement that can be had. I mean, a lot of these teams are going to play each other down the stretch, so there's still plenty of time to advance in the seeding process. But getting a win tonight will go a long way for Keystone to get themselves into a good playoff position and possibly a home game.
So 90 minutes in the book, sudden death, 10-minute overtimes on the way. Whoever scores wins.
And this is really great for these kids. I mean, they have a great crowd. There's a great venue here to play at a really nice facility that Keystone has, and it's been a great matchup. It's been a tale of 2 halves for Keystone and Summit, and hopefully we have just as entertaining of an overtime as we had the first part of the game.
So they'll switch sides. Summit will have a chance on offense first. Both goalies have played very well. And now a first chance as it goes out of bounds for the Giants.
Yeah, and if you're Keystone, you don't want to change anything of what you've been doing. What you've been doing has been generating opportunities. Now you just need to get some quality and get some finishes.
Here's another opportunity. Eddie Inabi tops in a lot of categories in the CSAC. Sends it over.
And this is where you're going to see fitness really play a key into this. I've seen multiple players out there stretching. You don't want to see anybody go down while trying to chase a ball. So you want to make sure that you're hydrated, especially before and after this game.
Referees have let them play a little bit. Just that one penalty kick called against Summit. But overall, they've let them push and shove a little bit throughout the game, but not so much to get out of hand.
Yeah, I think the officials have done a very nice job tonight with how they've called this game, and I agreed with the referee's decision of a penalty kick.
Here's Ian Self. He has the only assist on the night. He's breaking away. Self a shot. Stopped by Zabicek.
What a huge save for Keystone. Zabicek just saved the opportunity of a win from Summit.
We haven't called his name a lot, But Adam Zabicek out of Michigan here. You look at it again, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the two most dangerous players on the team. He tries to side foot it. Maybe should have went with the left, and he just got his legs down in order to stop that ball. But what an opportunity for Summit that really hadn't mounted much of an attack the whole second half, and to have an opportunity, you know, within 2 minutes of the opening whistle of the second overtime. So maybe that 5-minute intermission really was enough to get them a little bit of a jolt here.
Definitely looked like they found some legs about them. Can they keep it up for another 7 minutes and maybe another 10 after that? Inabi in the box. Tried to get it to the corner, but another stop by Ben Campbell, the sophomore.
Again, missing by a foot. That's all. That's all. A lot of these balls have missed going for goals tonight. But again, it's just off the outside, offside of the outside post.
11th shot on goal tonight for the Giants. They only need one more to go in to get the win. Foul called against the Giants. Ian Self goes down. Sophomore out of Denver, Colorado. Came in with a goal and 2 assists.
Yeah, and you're starting to see fatigue definitely start to play a factor.
And they have to play 2 days from now. I don't think they want to see overtime tonight.
No, they definitely didn't. I was looking at their schedule. It looks like they have 4 games in the next 7 or 8 days.
They had one canceled, Mike, against Karen that they had to reschedule. So that's where that jumble came in.
That is a lot of soccer for these guys, especially after they're playing such a hard battle tonight.
In again, Inabi. Goalie comes out, can't get it.
He looks like he's still fresh.
Nabi goal! Gets it in! Just outside the box, Keystone wins.
What a great finish. And that's what I was talking about earlier. A moment of quality, and that was somebody who worked all the way down the line, brought the ball all the way back all by himself, and made a phenomenal left-footed shot into the far corner.
2 goals on the night for the Silver Spring sophomore, none bigger than right here.
And right here, he picks his head up, can't find anybody. Takes a big touch away, picks his spot and puts it right inside the side netting. Nothing Ben Campbell could do about that. And I'd have to say, Eddie Inabi has come as advertised, because he was phenomenal tonight.
So Inabi will be a player of the game, and we'll have to check out another person, maybe Guy. I mean, there's a whole lot of players that have played very well, and there's the game winner.
Absolutely, beat three Summit defenders, and with his weaker foot, put a great shot. And again, it didn't have a ton of power behind it, but it was perfectly placed, and it was right inside the far post.
Well, they won't go home happy, but he will. Keystone picks up the big overtime win over Summit. The final 2-1. We come back. It's the Northwoods Nissan postgame show.
This is a Fox 56 Sports presentation of high school football on MyTV WQMY.
Doesn't matter if you're a fan of Summit or Keystone. Outstanding match. They get a standing ovation. Both teams come over and wave to their fan support. And Aaron Dugan is down with our 2 Northwoods Nissan players of the game. Aaron?
That's right, Bob. We'll start with our first player of the game, Eddie Inabi. Wow. Take me through that play.
I mean, the ball's going out wide. Then I thought about crossing it at first, but I mean, I've been trying it all day and it wasn't working, so I might as well take it in and rip on my left. So it worked out.
You guys dominated possession that entire second half. You just couldn't put it in. You finally did, though.
Yeah, feels really good. We've been in situations like this before, and at times it feels bad to actually it feels good to defend our home field. That's all I got to say. It feels really good.
It's always tight with this team. Why do you think that is?
I have no idea. They're a hard-working team. I'll tell you that. They're a hard-working team. They had us for a run for a long time. So, hey, good luck with that season, and that's pretty much it.
Well, what a goal. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Our other player of the game, the goalie tonight, Adam Zibiak. First of all, that big stop in overtime. What did you see there?
Well, I just saw him breaking down. I knew I didn't get much action second half. I mean, I pretty much stood down there, and coach after the game told me, no, be ready to make a save. And I just was confident in my skills, and luckily I closed my legs in time. So.
Talk about the atmosphere here tonight. How much fun was it between the cheerleaders, the crowd? Both sides are really getting into it. Did that really help you?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the atmosphere here is, I think it's the most students we've had here in a while. It's the most since I've been here with the cheerleaders, just getting the crowd pumped. And, I mean, the atmosphere helps a lot, encourages, and hearing those chants gives us to go.
So you had a nice perspective on the final goal from Eddie. What did you see?
Man, down from my end, I just saw Eddie cut back in with his left. I'm thinking, just shoot it low, just put it on frame. And he does the job and gets the game-winning goal, and that's all we asked for him to do.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And coach, a big smile, well-deserved smile. What can you say about your team in that big overtime win?
I'm just so proud of them. Obviously, you could tell the goals. We always thought it was coming, but it didn't seem like it was coming. But credit to those guys to persevere, and that's the way the game goes at times, right? It can be a cruel game. Adam came up with a huge stop in overtime to give us another chance, and I just told him one play at a time. And, players make plays, and Eddie came up and made a great play for us. So.
We talked about the atmosphere a little bit with the players. What was it like for you seeing such a great atmosphere here tonight?
Oh, it was awesome. It was a great night for soccer. We had beautiful weather. We have a great complex here, and we were just proud to represent Keystone and our program. It was a great night.
Another win. How do you keep things rolling now?
Now it's 2 in a row. It's 2 good conference wins in a row, and so that's 6 points. And we just turn our attention to Immaculata. There's not too much to get too over the top about it. And when you lose, there's not too much time to dwell on it. So we just got to prepare ourselves, take a day off tomorrow, and get ready for Saturday.
All right. Great win tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Aaron, and congratulations to Joe and his Keystone Giants. And you just keep pushing, and eventually one's going to go in, and you're going to get it from the best player on your team and one of the best players in the league.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it was a great game. Both sides played it phenomenally well. You had both teams getting a goal early in a half, and you saw Eddie when it came down to crunch time. You want your best players to step up, and you saw that from not only him but also the goalie Zibiak. What a great save. I mean, if he doesn't make that save, Eddie doesn't have the opportunity to score that game winner. And I can tell you those guys feel really, really relieved that they came out of this game with a win tonight.
So 2 great plays in overtime, and that was the difference. Keystone wins 2-1, and they head to Immaculata, try to pick up a key road win to improve their standings, and they pick up their 5th win of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Eddie said, they love defending their home turf. They see this as definitely something that they take pride in. Now they have to start, as they get older, as these sophomores start playing into their sophomore year, they have to start learning how to win on the road, how to win in adverse situations. And I think you'll start to see them hopefully make those steps.
Summit hits the road. They'll head the Kings, and then they'll play another couple of games after that. But what a gritty effort from the defenders tonight to come here with just 2 wins and pull off almost a victory.
Yeah, you have to give them a lot of credit. They got the early goal. They sat back. They defended. They played very, very well. They just got beat by a team that was determined to get a goal here at the end.
Yeah, they just wear out. So coming up on Friday, we're back in the high school football trail a little bit. We're going to head down to Selinsgrove as Mifflinburg takes on the Seals. Kickoff Friday will be at 7 o'clock. So that's going to do it for the entire Fox 56 Sports crew. For Aaron Dugan, for Mike Brady, this is Bob Ice saying so long from La Plume. The final score again, Keystone wins it in overtime, 2-1.
Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV WQMY.